I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
I'm done! Hello, welcome to lesson 2 online. I hope you are surviving well and you have the opportunity to go outside a little bit. But how was the homework from last week? So last week we looked at telephone vocabulary. Like I said, it's a very good time to talk on the telephone at the moment. So the homework was some telephone vocabulary and 2 questions for me with how long. Well, let's start with the telephone vocabulary. What can you remember? So close your books, no notes at all. I will say some words and try to say what they are in English out loud. Okay, so what's how can you say joindre quelqu'un, contacter quelqu'un? Je veux joindre quelqu'un. I want to get hold of someone. I'm trying to get hold of someone. Okay, how can you say je vous passe, je vous connecte? Yeah, it's I'll put you through. I will connect you, it's okay, but sometimes I'll put you through. I'll put you through now. I will connect you now. Okay, so téléphoner quelqu'un? Yeah, it's to call someone or to ring someone. So rappeler quelqu'un. To call someone back or to ring someone back. Or sometimes to get back to someone. I'll get back to you. Okay. What about faire patienter quelqu'un? Is to put someone on hold. So I say, so patienter s'il vous plaît. So please hold on the telephone. Okay, what is une ligne fixe? So I have my mobile telephone number and I have my landline number. What about composer un numéro? It was to dial a number. So dial number 1 now, dial number 2, to dial. Okay, and then what about messagerie vocale? Yeah, it's my voicemail. Okay, now I have also the questions with how long, but first I want to talk about my friend. You know his name. His name is Bob. Okay. Now my friend Bob is very, very interesting, you know. So I have some information about Bob. So look at the information here. So number 1, he is a journalist. Number 2, he was born in 1970. Number 3, he studied philosophy at Cambridge for 5 years. Number 4, he won the lotto in 1990 and in 2007. Oof, twice, in fact. Okay. 5, he got married to an actress in 2005. And number 6, he started working at The Guardian in 2000. The Guardian newspaper in 2000. Okay, so you have some information about Bob. Now, what are the questions to have this information? Okay, now stop the video. Try to think, what are the questions to have the answers? And remember, some questions can be the present, some may be the preterite, the past. Some questions you can use how long for the duration, and maybe you can also use how many times. So stop the video now and try to think, what are the questions for the information? Okay. Okay, so what were the questions? Okay, so he is a journalist. So it's the present. There's no time, there's no duration, it's just the present. So you can say, what is his job? What does he do? What is his job? What does he do? Yeah. Okay. Or he was born in 1970. So it's a past question, just a past question. So when was he born? When was he born? He was born in 1970. Or number 3. Now here it's different. We have, it's the past, but we have the duration, la durée. Okay? So the question with the duration is how long? So how long, the past, did he study philosophy at Cambridge for? Or how long did he study philosophy for? Okay, or just how long did he study philosophy? It's okay. Now, number 4, he won the lotto in 1990 and again in 2007. So you could say, how many times has he won the lotto, the lottery, in his life? Yeah. It's also possible to say, how many times did he win the lotto? Or when did he win the lotto? Okay. Now, if we use the present perfect, it's because we want to say in his life, in all his life. So how many times has he won, present perfect, in his life, in all his life, from the start of his life until now? How many times has he won? But it's also possible in the past. So how many times did he win the lotto? Okay, but both are possible. Okay. Now number 5, so he got married to an actress in 2005. Now to get married, it's one event. It's not a long activity, it's one event. I get married, finished. Okay, so it's the simple past. So when did he get married? When did he get married to an actress? Okay. Or if it is the person, who did he get married to? Not with. I am married to someone. Okay. Or number 6, so when did he start working at The Guardian? If we want the past date. It's also possible, you could say, how long has he been working at The Guardian, the newspaper? If I want the time from the past until now, I use the present perfect for the duration. But if I want the past date, yeah, it's just when. When did he start working at the Guardian? So the homework was questions with how long. So maybe you said with the verb live, how long have you lived in Bly? Why not? Or how long have you been living in Bly? Both are correct. So it's from the past to the present. Okay, but not with the duration. It's not how long do you live in Bly? No. Do you live in Bly? Yes or no. But with the duration, it's the present perfect. How long have you lived in Bly? How long have you been living in Bly? From the past to now. Okay, this is the difference. So I live in Bly. The question, do you live in Bly? But with the duration, how long have you lived in Bly? Okay, or work, it is the same. So how long have you worked in Bly? How long have you been working in Bly? It's okay with the duration. But if I work in Bly, no duration, the question is, do you work in Bly? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Okay. But the duration, the present perfect. Or teach. How long have you been teaching in Bly? Now, this is the grammar part. If you have the verbs live and work, there is no difference between the present perfect simple and the present perfect progressive. So I have lived in Bly for 3 years. I have been living in Bly for 3 years. It's exactly the same sense, okay? Or I have worked in Bly for 2 years. I have been working in Bly for 2 years. Exactly the same. With live and work, there's no difference. Okay? But the rest of the verbs, normally, if it is a verb for an activity which lasts a long time, an activity which lasts, normally we prefer, it's not necessary, but we prefer the long continuous tense. Okay, so teach, for example, it's a long activity. You know, I am teaching is possible. I have been teaching for a long time. Yeah. So we prefer the progressive with verbs for activities that last. If it is not an activity, if it is a state, then the continuous is not really possible. So for example, I say Bob is married. Okay, I never say Bob is being married. Il est en train d'être marié. No, it's a bit strange. Okay, this is a state verb. To be is a state verb. It's not a verb, an activity with the duration. It's a state. Or je possède quelque chose. Je possède une voiture. Je suis propriétaire d'une voiture. Je possède quelque chose. So I own. To own is the verb. I never say, for example, I never say je suis en train de posséder quelque chose. No. You know, I am owning something. Doesn't work. It's a bit strange. So we never use the present perfect progressive because we never use the progressive with these verbs. So how long have you owned a car? It's okay. How long have you been owning a car? No, it's a bit strange. Now, so I hope your questions with how long are like this. Okay, so it's not finished, we use the present perfect. If it's finished, we use the preterite. So how long have you been living in Bly? But it's finished, live in London is finished. So how long did you live in London? Okay. Or how long have you been working in France? For me. But in England, how long did you work in England? Okay. What about be in your house because of coronavirus? So how long have you been in your house because of coronavirus? It's not finished yet. So some verbs are for activities which with a length, and some verbs are states. Okay, now, do you know the past participles for some verbs? Okay, so I say the verb, say the past participle out loud. Okay, so the verb is to sing. To sing. Yeah, sing, sang, sung. Okay, or to teach. Teach, taught, taught. Or to know. Know, knew, known. Okay, to buy, to buy. Buy, bought, bought. To own. Own, owned, owned. It's regular. And finally, to take. So take, took, taken. Okay? Now, these verbs, so tell me, is it an activity with a length, or is it a state verb? So remember, a state verb, present perfect, is not possible. Okay, the continuous is not possible with a state verb. So to sing, is it an activity or is it a state? State. Yeah, it's an activity. Yeah. So I am singing now is possible. Yeah. Or to teach, is it an activity or a state? It's an activity. So I am teaching now is possible. The continuous is possible. Or to know, is it an activity or a state? You know, this is a state. I cannot say I am knowing something. No, I know something or I don't know something. Okay, so it's not really normal to use the continuous form. To buy something, is it an activity or a state? Yeah, it's an activity that I am buying is possible. Or to own, posséder, to own something. Yeah, this is a state. Okay, I am owning something. No, it's a bit strange. Or to take something. Yeah, so I am taking something at the moment. Yeah, it's possible. I am taking a photo, for example. Okay, so now I have some sentences. So think, what are the questions for me? Okay, in the present perfect. So remember, if it is an activity verb, we prefer the continuous form, been, ing. If it's a state verb, we prefer just the present perfect simple, so have and the past participle. Okay, so live in Bly. Yeah. So how long have you been living in Bly. Okay, or work for UTL in Bly. So how long have you been working for UTL in Bly? But remember, live and work both are possible. Now, be married. How long have you been married? It's a state. It's not possible in the continuous. Okay. Play the saxophone. I think, in fact, here it is. Okay, so play the saxophone. So, how long have you been playing the saxophone? Okay, or know my friend Bob. So how long have you known your friend Bob? Because I am knowing, no, it's a bit strange. So how long have you known your friend Bob? And remember, if it is finished, we use the preterite. So live in Bly. How long have you been living in Bly? But live in London. It's finished. How long did you live in London? Okay, now, do you have your books? Well, turn in the book, turn the student book, turn to page 86. 86. Okay, here we have Gareth Malone. So here he is, this handsome man is Gareth Malone. And you can see Gareth Malone is a successful music teacher. Okay. Now, here we have some important dates in Gareth's life. Okay. So he was born in Bournemouth, England, in 1975. He started playing the piano in 1978 when he was 3 years old. He went to Bournemouth Grammar School. A grammar school is a type of school. When he was 5, so until he was 10. And he started singing in the choir, chorale. Or then he moved with his family to London when he was 10, so in 1985. He studied drama at the University of East Anglia, from the age of 18 to 21. So from 1993 to 1996. He started teaching singing. So one event, he started teaching singing in schools when he was 23 in 1998. Then he started working for the London Symphony Orchestra. He directed the youth choir. Not bad. So this is 2001. Then he did a postgraduate course at the Royal Academy of Music in London. So postgraduate is masters and a doctorate. So first masters, then a doctorate. This is postgraduate. So a graduate is quelqu'un avec une licence, so back with 3 years, and postgraduate is after, so masters and doctorate. And then he started making programs for BBC television. And in his life, he has made 3. Okay, The Choir, Boys Don't Sing, and Unsung Town. Okay, and he continues to make television programs. Okay. When he was 33, he married Becky, an English teacher. Ah, excellent job. Okay. When he was 34, he won 2 TV awards, récompenses, BAFTA awards, for the TV show The Choir. And he stopped working for the London Symphony Orchestra, the LSO. When he was 35, in 2010, his daughter Esther was born. And now he is still teaching music, and he is making more radio and TV programs now. He is still living in London. Okay, now look at exercise number 3 here. So we have different questions. Some are the past, okay. Some are the present, some are the present perfect from the past until now. Okay. Some the present perfect simple, state verbs, the present perfect continuous, activity verbs. Okay. So stop the video, try to answer the questions here, okay, and then we can talk about the answers. So stop the video now and answer the questions. It's okay. So where and when was Gareth born? So the answer was he was born in Bournemouth in 1975. So when did he move to London? Past. So he moved to London when he was 10, or he moved to London in 1985. So what did he, past, study at university? So he studied, what did he? He studied drama at university. How long, so the duration, how long did he, finished, study, how long did he work for the London Symphony Orchestra? Oof. So how long did he work? Well, he worked for the London Symphony Orchestra from 2001 until 2009. So he worked for the London Symphony Orchestra for 8 years. Okay. How many awards has he won in his life? Okay. The answer was he has won 2 awards. Okay. So how long has he been married? So he has been married to Becky since, with the date, since and the date, he has been married to Becky since 2008, or now, 2020. He has been married to Becky for 12 years. So for the duration, since and the date. Since 2008 for 12 years. Does he have any children? It's just the present, there's no duration. So yes, he does. He has Esther, his daughter. And what is he doing now? Well, we know he is teaching, he's making radio shows, TV programs. Okay. I imagine he's singing in his shower now. Okay, very good. So this is just to practice the present perfect simple, present perfect continuous. So again, the same idea. So can you connect, can you match, relier, the questions here and the little answers? Okay, so stop the video, match the questions, and then I give the answers again. Okay. Okay, so exercise 4, question number 1. When did he start playing the piano? When he was 3. Or number 2, how long has he been playing the piano? Since he was 3. Or number 3, when did he start the event, one event, when did he start teaching singing? When he was 23. If we use when, we ask for a date in the past. So when is the preterite. When did he? When has he? No, it's not possible. Okay. So how long has he been teaching singing? Since, the date, since he was 23. Okay. When did he make, so when, encore, c'est le temps passé, when did he make his first TV program? In 2007. Okay. Or number 6, how long has he been making TV programs? So since 2007. Okay. Or how many programs has he made? 3. So in his life, how many has he made in his life? 3. He has made 3. Or finally 8, how long has he been living in London? So for about 30 years. He has been living in London for about 30 years. Or he's been living in London for about 30 years. Just for pronunciation, we don't normally say been living in London. Normally we say been living. How long has he been living in London? So the pronunciation of been is naturally been. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, so again, we have the grammar spot today. So look at the sentences here. So, he made his first TV program in 2007, and he continues, he still makes them. So what is the name of the tense? So he's been making programs since 2007. What is the tense? Yeah, it's the present perfect continuous. Okay, and it's the activity with a length. Or he has made 3 in his life. Okay. So again, it's the present perfect, but the present perfect simple, just the past participle. He has made 3 in his life. Okay, and this is it's a result. We're not talking about a long activity. We're talking about a number of events in his life. Okay, he has made 1. He has made 2. He has made 3. Yeah, okay, it's not a long activity. It's the result. Yeah, so it's the present perfect simple. So we say the present perfect continuous exprime, an activity that began in the past and still continues. So here we have 2 questions. So can you complete them? So how long he TV programs? So for the duration, how long has he been making TV programs? Or number 2, how many programs has he made in his life so far? And number 3, here in the grammar spot, remember state verbs such as, for example, be, have for possession, know, love, own, etc. are rarely, not normally used in the continuous sense. So I have known Bob for a long time. I have been knowing Bob for a long time. It's a little strange. Okay. So I'm sorry for all the grammar, but it's a grammar exercise today. Last week was vocabulary, this week is grammar. The lesson is more fun when we can talk to each other, so I'm sorry. Okay, now, the practice section here, the practice section. So, discussing grammar. I'm sure you discuss grammar with your friends all the time. So if you want discussing the grammar. Now, here, can you choose the best tense? Okay, what is the best tense? So underline the best tense. Okay, and you can stop the video, underline the tense, and then I can give the solution. Okay, so stop the video now. Okay, did you find the best tense? So practice section number 1. So how long, the best one, is how long have you been waiting here? Because it continues. And to wait, it's a long activity. Okay, starts in the past to now, it's the present perfect. Well, number 2, a few weeks ago, it's the past. So I bought, preterite, I bought a computer a few weeks ago. And remember, a past time marker is the preterite, ago, last, etc., a time, a date. Or number 3, so for ages is for a long time. So from the past and it continues. So Alice has been looking for a new job for ages, for a long time. And now she is still looking for a job. Okay. And to look for a job is a long activity. It's not a state. Or number 4, so I have a car. Yeah. Je suis en train d'avoir une voiture. No, it's not continuous. So how long have you had your car? This is the best. Okay, from the past to now, and I have my car now. Or number 5, so again for ages. So Sue has been talking on her phone for ages, for a long time. And she is talking now. It's a long activity. Or number 6, sorry. So on the telephone, she has spoken to at least 6 friends. Okay, because she has spoken to 1, to 2, to 3. We're talking about the results, the number, not the long activity. Okay, so she has spoken to 1, she has spoken to 2. Okay. Normally, for the number, it's the simple version. Okay. What about number 2? So what is the best question with how long for number 2? So for example, my sister is working in New York. So what is the question with how long? So how long has she been working? Or has she been working in New York? Okay. Or number 2, I'm training to run the marathon. So how long have you been training to run the marathon? I am training now. Now my boss is on holiday. So it's not the continuous. So how long has your boss been on holiday? Not how long has your boss been being on holiday? No. How long has he been on holiday? Or number 4, I'm learning how to drive. So how long have you been learning to drive? A long time. Or number 5, so I know Maria very well. And remember, to know someone, it's not an activity, it's a state. So how long have you known Maria? Okay. Or I have the new iPad. So how long have you had the tablet, for example? Okay, because remember, have, normally if it's for possession, it's not an activity, it's a state. Okay, now just to finish for today, the grammar part, we have talking about you. So what is the best question here? Okay, so exercise 3. So number 1, we have come to this school, but come like the activity, come regularly. So how long have you been coming to this school? It's a regular activity, again and again and again. Okay, and to use a book. Yeah, it's the activity. I use the book regularly. Yeah. So how long have you been using this book? Okay. Or number 3, so before. So this is the past. So what is the best question? So which book did you use before this one? So did you is the past. And number 4, how long have you known your teacher? Okay, know is a state. Are you tired with the grammar? Well, that's all the grammar for today. We will look again at the grammar next time. But you know the rules. So yeah, the long activity, we prefer present perfect continuous. State, or the number, the result, we prefer the present perfect simple. 2 verbs, live and work, it's not important, both are possible. Present perfect, remember, there's no time marker in the past. So when have you, it's not possible. When did you, yes. Okay, so there we are. Now, I'm sure you want some homework. Oh yes, so can you do in the book, in the workbook, can you do pages to practice all this? Pages, here we are, pages 74 and pages 75. Pages 74 and 75. So here we are. You must complete the email with the present perfect simple or the past simple. Okay, and then you must complete the questions here. I think, is it the present perfect? Is it the past? Is it the present perfect continuous? Is it the present perfect simple? Number 3, it's an exercise with been, or gone. Now remember the difference? Do you remember the difference? Yeah. So been is you go and you return. Gone is just one way. So Peter is not here. He's gone. One direction. He's not here. But you arrive, you have a nice colour, you have a suitcase. I say, you have been to, I don't know, to somewhere sunny. You have been on holiday. Okay, so been, you go and you return. Gone, someone is not here. Peter has gone. So try to choose. And finally, an exercise on the present perfect continuous. Now remember, if you have a question on the homework, don't hesitate to email me on my email address, so danjbrown78@gmail.com. Okay, and remember to mark the answers. You have the answers at the back of the book. You have the answer key. Okay, and don't hesitate to watch the video again. Okay, so take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye bye.